How many games will New Orleans Saints win in 2025? What's going on, Saints fans? It's your boy Manuel Jones here, back with another NFL record prediction. And this time we're doing our NFL record prediction for New Orleans Saints for a 2025 NFL season. Let's get started here. I'm going to give you my game analysis and my game thoughts to see which games I think the Saints are going to win and which games I think the Saints are going to lose. So before I give you my record prediction for New Orleans Saints for a 2025 NFL season, don't forget to put a thumbs up to like the video, subscribe to my channel for more options, and comment down your opinion below to see how far you think the Saints will go. Well, how far do you think they'll be? Do you think the Saints are going to make the playoffs? Do you think they bounce back and win the division, or you think they miss out on the playoffs? Let me know in the comments section below what you guys think. Okay, so as you all know, before we get started, I want to know that the Saints, they're on a new regime. This is a new area. With Derek Carr retiring, they have questions at quarterback. Like, we don't know who the quarterback's going to be. Is it going to be, Tyler Shuck starting? Is it going to be Spencer Rattler? Like, who knows? Like, the Saints, they're in a new regime because they have an unexperienced quarterback situation and an unexperienced coaching staff who I'm not believing, Kellen Moore. Like, the question is, like, we don't know who's going to start. We don't know how good the Saints will be. Like, I feel like if Derek Carr was still playing, they're more of like a 6-9 win team. But out Derek Carr, they'll probably be worse than that. So let's get things started here. So week 1, they play at home against the Arizona Cardinals. This is a game that can go either way, but I'm going with the Cardinals here because, I understand the game's in a dome, but I'm going with the Cardinals, and the reason for it is that I just think the Cardinals, are just a more experienced team. They have the better quarterback. And I just really think that the Cardinals, they did improve their defensive line throughout the draft and free agency, which I think their defense can totally cause some problems for the Saints offense. And also, the Cardinals do got some weapons on offense like Marvin Harrison Jr. and Trey McBride, James Conner that can totally give the Saints defense problems. So I think the Cardinals should be able to win this game easily. So I know it's in a dome and it's tricky, but at the same time, the Cardinals are just way better. Then week 2 against San Francisco 49ers. I mean, that's an easy loss for Niners. Niners are probably going to be going for a bounce back season. Niners got better coaching. They got better quarterback. And they're overall better team. They're going to be getting their guys healthy by then. So, I got nothing to say about this game. I think the Niners easily win that game. And then week 3, they play against Seattle Seahawks. Obviously, that's another L right there. I wouldn't trust a rookie on the road against in Seattle. Especially Seattle's a tough environment where you got to deal with that crowd noise and all that. And, especially I wouldn't trust a rookie on the road, especially against under Mike Macdonald, a good defense coach, which I think both their offensive lines are a little sketchy, but Seattle's defense can totally make some plays. They can get after the Saints offense, and they got a better secondary too that can really man up against the Saints receivers. So on the other side, I think Sam Darnold could ball out in this game. He can dice up your secondary, and they got plenty of weapons to work with like Cooper Kupp and Jackson Smith and Jake. But I don't think the Saints defense will have an answer for. So I think the Seahawks will win that game. Week 4 against the Buffalo Bills. I got nothing to say about this game. I mean, the Bills should easily win. I mean, Bills are overall better team, better quarterback, better coaching. I mean, they're at home. Going Buffalo is just a tough place to play at. And Josh Allen is one of the best quarterbacks. He's going to go ridiculous against that Saints defense. So, So I think the Bills will win this game, but I think they'll win by a lot because I think the Bills' defense will make more plays. Okay, so basically they're 0-4 in the month of September because we know things are not looking good. Then week 5, they play at home against the New York Giants. This is a game that can go either way. I could totally lean towards the Saints. Now, I kind of remember last year these two teams played. Was it last year? Okay, so last year when these two teams played, it was a low-scoring game, and then the Saints won. And it was in New York, but this time the game is in New Orleans, where the Giants got to travel. But I'm gonna go with the Giants here. Feel like the Giants are just like they got the better quarterback and better coaching staff, and I just think the Giants, I think their defensive line, led by Abdul Carter, Dexter Lawrence, Kayvon Thibodeau, and Brian Burns, I feel like that pass rush is going to be too much for the Saints offense to deal with because I don't think the Saints going to be able to run the ball and all that. So I think the Giants defense can make some plays. And, I don't think that the Saints defense will have an answer for Malik Neighbors as well. So he can go off as well. I think if Russ is starting, I think he'll have a big game. So yeah. So so basically I kind of really think the Giants, they should be able to at least like win that game as well. So yeah. Next game, week 6 against New Orleans. They play against New England Patrons. Um, Obviously that's a win for the Patrons. Like the Patrons got the better quarterback, better coaching staff. They're a more complete team. They're the much improved team because they did improve their defense through free agency, especially through the offensive line, and they did improve that receiver at Stephon Diggs. I don't think that the Saints defense will have an answer for because I think the Saints could totally because I think Stephon Diggs can totally have a day, and Drake May is just gonna at least dice up your secondary. So yeah, and also the Patriots defense, can totally give the Saints offense problems. Especially I wouldn't trust a rookie or a young quarterback against that defense because the Patriots do got corners that can really cover against the Saints receivers. So yeah, but I just have a feeling the Saints are probably gonna win one of these games between the Giants or the Patriots. They're probably gonna win one of these games, but I just don't see it. So yeah, the next game, Week 7 against the New Orleans Saints. I mean, against the Chicago Bears. Obviously, I got the Bears winning because the Bears are the more complete team and have the better quarterback, and they're at home. And I kind of like their coaching more than the Saints. So yeah, I mean, I wouldn't trust a rookie on the road in Chicago, where Chicago's like a tough environment. So yeah, the Bears will have the better offense and have the better defense, and they'll just make more plays. So yeah, I think the Bears easily win that game. Then week 8, I think this is where the Saints can totally pick up their first win against the Bucks, but I don't really know. I'm gonna say Bucks win because I think the Bucks are just have the better offense, better quarterback, better defense, and they have better coaching as well. Like even last year, you guys got swept by them, and the Bucks, last time they really put up a 50 burger on the Saints. Like I can see that happening again, but at the same time, I wouldn't trust a young quarterback against Todd Bowles' scheme, especially against his blitzes, where he has totally did a really good job, how to defend the Saints. So yeah, I think the Bucks will win that game. Week 9 against the Los Angeles Rams, I think the Saints will drop an L to this game to the Rams because going to LA is a tricky place to play at, and plus the Rams got the better quarterback, better coaching staff. They're at home, better pass rushing team as well, better offense as well. Like I just don't see how the Saints defense is going to be able to defend Cooper Kupp and between Devontae Adams and Puka Nacua or Matthew Stafford. So yeah, so if they're healthy, so yeah. And I don't see how the Saints offensive line is going to be able to block the Rams pass rush. So yeah, but the Rams secondary is not good, but they like to play a lot of zone, but not man. So yeah. So I think the Rams should easily win that game. Then week 10 against the Panthers, I think they're going to lose to the Panthers once. So I think they're going to at least lose the first game to the Panthers in Carolina because I think the Panthers will be better than last year. I think they're going to be a better team than the Saints. And I just think the Panthers, I just have a really feel like, the Panthers, they're like, I just really think that the Panthers, they had much improvement, especially on offense with the weaponry. They pretty much have, a defense is not good, but they made improvements. So yeah, I think the Panthers will have the better O line and a better defense. So yeah. So basically, I think the Panthers should win this game at home, and then Week 15 against the Panthers, I think they'll split with the Panthers. So I think they'll probably win that game here. I'm gonna talk about the later game. So yeah. So basically, you heading towards the bye week. Then after the bye week, they play at home against the Atlanta Falcons. I think this is the Saints where they get their first win here. I think the Saints will win the first game because I think the Saints, I just think the Saints are just like they're gonna be up to the task at home where I think their defense can totally give the Falcons offense some fits. We seen them beat the Falcons last year, so I think they can do it. And then week 13 against Miami Dolphins. Um, if long, so I think the Dolphins should win this game. I mean, I got the Dolphins winning this game. Like, I just don't really trust your defense to at least stop the Dolphins offense because I feel like the speed of that Dolphins offense is going to be too much. Especially, I don't really think you guys, the Saints, have the corners to match up well with Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle or Jonnu Smith. Like, I think Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle will go off in this game, and I think Dolphins will just be a little bit too explosive on offense. And Tua's just going to at least, dice you up and all that. So, yeah. So, basically, I think the Dolphins should easily win that game. Especially going to Miami is tough environment as well. So, yeah. It's tough for a dome team. So, yeah. That's why I think the Dolphins will win that game. Week 14 against the Buccaneers. I think they're going to get swept by the Bucks. Just because, the Bucks did sweep them last year, I think they'll do it again. I just feel like the Bucks will have more to play for because they have a better chance to make the playoffs. While the Saints are probably going to be playing for nothing. So yeah, and all this on top of that, the Bucks do have the better quarterback and the better coach team as well, and they're going to be at home in this game. So yeah, that's why I think the Bucks will win that game. Week 15 against Carolina Panthers, I think they'll split with the Panthers. So I'm giving them a win right here just because you typically play the Panthers tough. Even last year you did, especially in that first game against Carolina, the Saints did dismantle them. And then also in the second matchup, the Panthers won the second matchup as well. So yeah, I mean the Saints pretty much own this rivalry, and I feel like the Saints have totally found a formula on how to at least confuse the Panthers offense, like how to defend Bryce Young. I feel like in this game, I think they can do it. So yeah. Week 16 against the New York Jets. This is a game that can go either way. Now I know the game is not in New York, but if it was, I might go with the Jets. But given that the fact it's in a dome, I mean it's tricky, but I'm leaning Saints here because the Jets have a rookie head coach who I'm not a believer in. They have a quarterback in Justin Fields who I'm not really a believer in. I feel like Tyler Shuck could already be better than Fields by the moment. And also, the Jets offensive line is not great. Their defense is solid, but it could totally fall apart. But at the same time, I think, the Saints defense might come to play and might step up to this game because, the Jets can't really throw the ball as much, but they can run the ball. But I kind of really feel that, the Saints defense, they should be able to not give up big plays and all that. And they can at least find a way to at least defend and stop a lack of passing game in New York. So yeah, I think the Saints should win this game, but I would not be shocked if the Jets won this game. But I have a feeling the Saints will win. Next game, Week 17 against Tennessee Titans. I think the Titans will win this game just because I think Cam Ward will be the difference maker. I feel like he could be better than Tyler Shuck. So yeah. And also, I just think the Titans, I think they have a better quarterback in my opinion. So yeah. And they pretty much do a good job stopping the run. So I don't think the Saints will be able to run the ball as good. And I think the Titans' run defense will be the difference maker in this game. So, yeah. So, basically, I think the Titans will win that game. Then last game, Week 18 against the Atlanta Falcons. I think they'll split the season series and lose to the Falcons and Atlanta. So, yeah, I think Atlanta is pretty much a better team than the Saints. And I feel like Pens can be already better than than Tyler Shark. Like, I don't know what Michael Penix is. So, yeah. But I still think the Falcons will win that game. So, overall, I had the Saints going at a total record of 3-14, which that's pretty much disappointing for the Saints team. Like, it's like I said in the beginning. I think the Saints are going to be one of the worst teams in the league coming up in 2025. Because here's why. Because as you look, because like I said, the Saints, I don't know what the quarterback's going to be because they don't have a quarterback right now. Second, they have a rookie head coach in Kellen Moore, who I'm really not a believer in, which I don't know how good he's going to be. And also, their offensive line is one of the worst in football. It's young, but it's not good. But I feel like they're probably going to have to revamp that because it's very old. And then defensively, they're old, especially up front. And they have in the secondary, which I'm not believing their corner group as well, which they have one of the worst cornerback groups in football. So, yeah. So I feel like that the Saints, they're probably in a place where they're trying to restart and push the reset button because I just have a feeling that I just have a feeling they just need to start over, to revamp this roster and make it younger because they got some older guys on their roster who are up there, guys on their roster who are up their age and may not be the same player no more. But at the same time, I feel like the Saints, will have a top 5 pick in the draft. They'd probably be looking for their quarterback in the future, which I think they do need a quarterback, which I'm not a believer in Spencer Rattler or Tyler Shuck because they're both unexperienced quarterbacks. So, yeah. And by the way, as you look at the Saints schedule, it is like ridiculously tough. Like they got like a terrible schedule because they have to play at least the most competitive division in the NFC West. They have to play the Cardinals, the Niners, the Seahawks in Seattle. They even got to play the Rams. And they got to play, a first place schedule in the Bills. And they got to play an improved Patriots team. They play the Bears, which has much improved team. They even got to play the Bucks twice. So, yeah. So, basically, that's a tough schedule, though. So, and the Falcons twice and the Panthers twice. So, yeah. So, basically, that's like a tough schedule. So, yeah. But like I said, I can totally see the Saints at least winning at least a few more games. Like, I can see them, beating the Cardinals. I can see them beating the Giants, or I can see them beating the Saints. I mean, I can see them beating the Patriots. I can see them beating the Bucks once. I can see them beating the Titans. And, if Tua's injured, I can see them beating the Dolphins. And then you talk about some games I can see them losing to. Like, I can even see them losing to the Jets. I can really see them lose to the Falcons twice. And also, yeah. So, that's my prediction for the Saints for the 2025 NFL season. So 3-14 is my record for the Saints. If you disagree with me, just let me know in the comments section below what you guys think. It's Emmanuel Jones. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to put a thumbs up, to like the video, and subscribe to my channel to see more of my NFL 2025 record predictions as well. So yeah. Well, thank you guys for watching. See you guys later. Peace.